Hello everyone and welcome to this short commentary of a match that was played in 1987 in the Chinese National Xiangqi Individuals Championships. This was also a brevity that was selected into the top 50 brevities from 1956 to 2006 in the periodical Qiyi. It was the 19th board that was chosen. Now, taking red was Grandmaster Li Laiqun, one of my personal favorite grandmasters of all time. He peaked in the 1980s and later went to become a business tycoon, dealing in real estate, and made his fortune many times over. And he gave back to Xiangqi by organizing many tournaments and is currently the one of the vice president of the Chinese Xiangqi Association. His opponent was Grandmaster Yu Youhua, who was a master at the time. Grandmaster Yu Youhua would win the same event in 2002, making him one of the oldest to have won the event of the event that was considered to be the hardest in the world today. Both very great players, and Grandmaster Yu Youhua was especially known for his very aggressive style. And Grandmaster Li Laiqun was known for his very silky play. So without further ado, let us begin this short commentary. Grandmaster Li Laiqun started with the central cannon, playing c8 equals to 5 instead of c2 equals to 5. Black countered with the sandwich horse defense, and both players chose to play the 7th pawn variation. Now, a little bit short misnomer. By default, c2 equals to 5 is given as the first move, and that is why this is considered to be the 7th pawn advancement variation instead of the 3rd pawn advancement variation as shown here. So RA plus 6 was played, whereby red chose the edge cannon for chariot defense, chariot exchange variation, which is one of the major opening variations of all time, and this variation has been studied so many times over that there are many treatises that are available on the market today. So red would choose to play R8 equals to 7. Black would retreat his cannon to the 3rd rank. Red chose in this variation, this is one of the major variations, red chose to play h2 plus 3. And a prophylactic move, a6 plus 5, and red chose the 5-9 cannons. Now in the central cannon versus green horse defense with edge cannon for chariot exchange variation, the 5-9 cannons remain one of the most popular and very complicated variations in Xiangqi opening theory. To date, again, there have been many treatises just devoted to this variation after the 8th ply. So in the match, black chose to play c9 equals to 8, red chose to counter with r1 equals to 2 to develop both his chariots as foul chariots, and so did black. And black chose to attack the chariot, forcing it away, and black continued with h3 plus 2. Now, so far, all the moves are considered to be orthodox. And at this point in time, red decided to draw first blood with c1 plus 4. Now, c5 plus 4 will lead to very complicated situations as shown in the board or in the variations that was given in the article by Qiyi. Please go to the board on my website to see the various variations. It's too complicated to be included in such a short video. And black countered with c3 plus 5, which is widely regarded as the best counter for black in this position, in this situation. p3 plus 1 was also studied in the past, and again it will lead to various different positions, and this is one of the possible situations, but red would generally speaking, red would have the slight advantage. So p3 plus 1 is also seen, but c3 plus 5 is generally recommended. And at this point in time, red countered very aggressively with c5 plus 5. H7, retreating the horse to central position is another commonly seen variation, and again it will lead to a very complicated position, but black can be satisfied and is not so commonly seen to my knowledge at this point in time. So far so good. Red chose to attack the central pawn, delivering a check in the process, and black decided to trade material. However, according to the periodical, e7 plus 5 to consolidate these central file might have been a better option, because red will be forced to retreat his horse, and advancing the pawn would threaten to capture the chariot, and black will be able to form a blockade with both his cannons on red's pawn rank. C5 plus 1 is advocated, and at this point in time, because of the presence of the centroid horse, red will be in some danger and black would be mounting an attack, but this would be a very complicated position, and for red would have 2 extra pawns, so it will be still too early to say who would have the significant upper hand, but both players would have to be very careful. Now c5 plus 1 is not advocated. It was played, or e7 plus 5 might have been to black's advantage, because black will now have many options for attack, or black will be prepared to play r2 equals to 4 to go for the smarted cannon checkmate, and there will be more possibilities or more other options that were available. So back to the board, h7 plus 5 would have been better for black at this point, instead of h7 plus 5 to trade cannons. So after trading cannons, check, and black played e7 plus 5, whereby e3 plus 5 might have been better at this point in time, judging from the way the match went, because with e3 plus 5, the bottom rank will still be protected from any possible sneak attacks by the chariot on the bottom rank. So far so good. And at this point, red will retreat his cannon to threaten the horse, and black chose to attack with by capturing the elephant, delivering a check before playing h2 plus 3. Now at this point, red would go for the iron ball checkmate and also move his king to safety with k5 equals to 6. Now as k5, this is, as can be seen at this point in time, this was the reason why e3 plus 5 might have been better, because if e3 plus 5 was played, black would not have to waste one more move just to protect the advisor or prevent the iron bolt checkmate. So red will continue his attack, and black countered with r8 equals to 6 to try to trade material. Red would refuse to trade material, because with h7 plus h4 plus 3, sorry, red would now be threatening to capture the elephant and go for the elbow horse attack. Now black could not allow that to happen and will play r6 plus 2 to protect both his cannon and the central elephant. And red continued to use his horse to harass the black chariot, threatening to capture it with h2 minus 4, forcing the chariot to move to the riverbank to attack the red cannon. Now, red boldly saw that this was an opportunity that he cannot give up, and boldly chose to sacrifice the cannon. Now this was a pseudo sacrifice, because now the red chariot will be attacking the flank, and black's bottom rank was relatively empty and void of defense. So this was a pseudo sacrifice by red as he would deliver a check, forcing the black cannon to retreat, black elephant to retreat, and a check, followed by a pale corner horse to gain back lost material. So at this point in time, because the chariot was captured, it will be red's 2 chariots and 2 horses combination versus black's 2 cannons, 1 horse and 1 chariot combination. Red would have gained back lost material, and if all things were to go smoothly, it would be a win for red. The following moves were not found in Qiyi. I ran this position through my computer program, and this was one of the answers, or one of the reasons why black decided to resign, seeing that it was hopeless. Because from here on, black would be forced to protect the cannon or to prevent a double chariot checkmate. Red would continue to capture the advisor. Check. And there will be nothing that black can do to prevent r2 plus 2 checkmate. Now, after r2 equals to 5, the cannon was moved here so that black could try to retreat it, but it would be too late because h7 minus 8 would be played. So a short recap: after e7 plus 5 was played, red attacked very aggressively, and this was his first attempt at a checkmate with the iron bolt, r4 plus 3. So at this point, red cannot play k5 equals to 6 because red would advance his chariot to this rank and prepare to deliver a check and go for the checkmate. Black would be in all sorts of trouble. So I hope you have enjoyed this short video, and if you like the work that I've been doing, please feel free to subscribe. And I've left the links to the autobiographies of both grandmasters on my website below. Grandmaster Li Laiqun is not active now, but Grandmaster Yu Youhua is still very active in competition and still participates, often giving the young players a run for their money. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this short video, and if you like my work, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.